Welcome to episode number 5 of Spicy Saturdays, and in today's video I've got a cool mini solo prepared for you in the kind of neo-soul genre. It's a bit jazzy, and I'm going to be showing you some really awesome scales you can use to jazz up your solos over some cool secondary dominant chords. Let's listen to the example and then get straight into the explanation. So first things first, we're going to take a look at the chord progression that we're soloing over. We're in the key of E and we start on an E major 7 chord. Then we're moving to a G sharp 7 sharp 5 chord. Now this is a secondary dominant, and this is also an altered dominant, so we're playing a dominant 7 with a sharp 5. Altered dominants could also have a flat 5 or a sharp 9 or a flat 9. That's what makes them altered dominant chords. But yeah, we're using a G sharp 7 sharp 5 to lead us nicely into our C sharp minor 7. Now, if you don't know what secondary dominants are, I've recently just done a video explaining what they are. You can check them out here, and that will help you understand what secondary dominants are before learning how to solo over them in this video. So we're moving into a C sharp minor 7 from that G sharp 7 sharp 5. Then we're playing another secondary dominant. We're playing an E7 here. And this E7 is leading us into A major 7. And then from A major 7, we're going to play a B11 chord, which is our 5 chord, which leads us nicely back into our E major 7. Okay, so let's take a look at what we're doing over each particular chord. Over the E major 7, we're playing this little lick. Now, I'm not going to go into detail on every single note I'm using because there's a tab at the beginning of the video, but I'll just show you a few of the techniques I'm using. So I'm playing a double stop here, but I'm just changing the lower note. That always works, always sounds really cool. Now, I'm sliding into that 4th fret of the D string. Yeah, it's called a grace note. It's where we're playing another note really, really quickly to lead us into another note, and it just adds a bit more feeling, a bit more expression into it, rather than just playing the note on its own, which is sometimes quite boring. Then at the end of the lick, I'm just doing this little slide vibrato. Yeah, so 4, 5, 4. Yeah, all awesome techniques that you need to start using in your soloing. Then when we play over the G sharp 7 altered chord, we are using the altered dominant scale. So let's take a look at the G sharp altered dominant scale. It's the 7th mode of the melodic minor scale. This is one of those scales that you just really need to learn. It really, really jazzes up your playing. This is how you play it. 4, 5, 7, 8 on the low E, 5, 7 on the A, 4, 6, 7 on the D, 4, 5, 7 on the G, 5, 7 on the B, and then 4, 5, 7, 8 on the high E. And I'm just playing a lick using these notes. Then we're moving to our C sharp minor 7 chord. Nothing special here, I'm just doing some of the similar techniques that I used in the first bar, just using the E major scale. Then we're moving to our E dominant 7 chord. This is our secondary dominant. Now here I use the E Mixolydian flat 6 scale. The Mixolydian flat 6 scale, I believe, is the 5th mode of the melodic minor scale, and it sounds really, really cool over dominant 7 chords, okay? It's got a root, a 2nd, a 3rd, a 4th, a 5th, a flat 6th, and a flat 7th. So it sounds just like a major scale for the first 5 notes, and then the last 2 notes it goes minor. Take a listen. Very interesting scale. So let's take a look at how to play it. So we're playing the E Mixolydian flat 6 scale. 7, 9, 11 on the A string. 7, 9, 10 on the D string. 7, 9, 11 on the G string, 9, 10, 12 on the B string, and 8, 10, 12 on the high E. Okay, and I'm just playing a few notes here and there from the scale, quite simple. Then over the A major 7 and the B11, I'm playing this lick. Okay, so it's quite detailed, this lick. So what we're doing is we're starting off on an E, just for a quarter note, then we're playing, okay, this chromatic little lick. So I'm playing 9, 10, 11, 12 on the B. These 4 notes are really great to use in your playing. They just sound really cool. And then I'm sliding in to the 9th fret with another grace note. Then I'm playing this. A lot of double stops here, and we're doing basically the same thing for most of them. So we're hammering on the lowest note, sliding it up and down a fret with a little slide vibrato, and then pulling off back to the lower note. Okay, same thing here. Same thing here. Then we're sliding down to the 9th fret of the low E string, doing the same thing again, and then finishing off on the root note. Okay, so if you want to learn how to play it, the tab is at the beginning of the video, and I'll leave a tab in the description for you as well at my Patreon page. But I just thought I'd go over some of the concepts that I was using, some of the scales. So make sure over your alto-dominant chords, you're using the alto-dominant scale, and over other dominant chords as well, you can use the Mixolydian flat 6 scale, and it sounds really, really awesome. It's got a very unique vibe to it. So that's it for today's episode of Spicy Saturdays. If you enjoyed the video, click like, let me know what you thought in the comments, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Now, if you're looking to improve the sound of your chord progressions, I've written a book called Chord Charisma, and I'm offering the first 2 chapters for free. And in those first 2 chapters, I'm going to show you how to write a basic chord progression using the 7 chords in your key. And then in the second chapter, I'm going to show you how to extend those chords with things like 7ths, 9ths, 11ths, and 13ths to create a more sophisticated and jazzy sound in your chord progressions. So if that sounds like your kind of thing, those first 2 chapters are completely free and they're down in the description. Definitely check that out. If you've done that already, then make sure you check out this video here, and I will see you there. Have a good one.